For this holiday season, the Friendsman store at Kingston solicited the attention of Brian McCarthy, a famous interior designer from Manhattan, to come in and compare our 18th century American, 17th century American antiques with contemporary art, sculpture, and glassware. This table is a primary example of that. This table is an early Hudson Valley table dating back to the 16th century. The glassware is by modern glass sculptor Deborah Ehrlich. Each piece is hand designed by Deborah and then sent to Sweden. The designs are sent to Sweden, and each piece is hand blown out of non-lead crystal. The thing that Deborah likes to convey about her pieces is that each piece is literally as clear as water. The Hurricane Globe is a new design by Deborah as well. Deborah's pieces can be seen all over the United States and across the world, actually. The plates on the table are part of our collection. Our benefactor, Fred Johnston, purchased these plates from the estate of Henry F. DuPont. It was when they said the auction of his house in Southampton. Brian McCarthy liked the whimsy of the silverware compared to the plates from Mr. DuPont, and the fact that he thought it gave a nice humorous touch. The branches also kind of add to the Hudson Valley feel to the table setting as well. In this room also he's added a Nancy Graves portrait, which is called Out of Its Margins, which also adds to the contemporary feel of the room. So basically what you have is a juxtaposition of an early 18th century room paired with contemporary art, contemporary glass. You have a set of plates that date to 1730 that are paired with hand-blown glass from the 21st century. The silverware, of course, also is 21st century. The carpet is an early 19th century rug. And then also, one of the things that Brian also did in his intervention at the museum is he also edited our collection. Each room is usually packed with at least 20 to 30 pieces of furniture. For this particular holiday event, Brian pared down the collection and brought various things like the various lanterns you see in the room, the brass bucket. This piece of glass is an 18th century hand-blown piece of glass out of our collection. It was done in Woodstock. It also shows you how 18th century glass resembles the contemporary feeling of Deborah's glass. It has basically the same elements. It's almost just as light and just as delicate as Deborah's as well. And that is one of the reasons too that Deborah uses this non-lead crystal, is because it also conveys the light so well. This room is another primary example of Brian McCarthy's work, and that this room is one of our more typical 18th century rooms in the house. And in this room he went to New York, brought back from the antique textile gallery these wonderful pillows, which are actually made out of 17th century tapestries, but done in a new manner. The Judy Pfaff, which hangs above me, she's a noted Kingston artist, and the painting is on loan from the Elena Zane Gallery. And the painting is both a woodblock and hand painted, and Brian borrowed him to pair the furniture with a piece of contemporary art, and the colors are a perfect match. In this room, one of the things that Brian did was edit the collection. Normally this room, the sofa is usually where the painting is now, and there's usually between 30 and 40 pieces of furniture in here at a time, as well as about 75 pieces of porcelain.